one of the things that I find most of it.
Okay, so good morning. This is the IEMD for the Council Consultation response on future social housing rent policy. Harrison, did you want to introduce this, please?
Yeah, my name's Harrison. I'm the Housing Income Service Manager, and I've created this consultation response on behalf of Woking Borough Council, and the government is basically proposing a 5 or 10-year rent settlement of CPI plus 1%, and that's the September CPI, and that's no different to how we have set social rents for at least the last 4 years, and then previous to that there was a rent reduction, and I believe previous to that it was CPI plus 1% or 0.5. So it's very similar to what we're doing at the moment, and yeah, lots of the questions are finance related. So we work with Mark Thompson, finance manager there, and in a nutshell, we agree with what we're proposing is that we agree with the CPI plus 1%, but to grow the HRA with extra grants and funds. So I don't know if you have any comments, Stephen.
I do. First of all, thank you, Harrison, to you and to Mark for all the work you've put in on this consultation response. I think you, in your response, in the question relating to whether we want to go for a 5 or 10-year, that you rightly hedge your bets a bit, because clearly there are advantages to knowing what we're going to be getting long term that enables better financial planning. But there are risks as well if we make it too long term, that circumstances change and there's not enough flexibility. So I think those notes of caution were wise. I mean, in general terms, it's good to have a bit more security about the funding for the HRA. And this is always a difficult task because obviously existing residents have an interest in the rate of increase being as low as possible, but the council has to raise enough from the HRA to cover the costs of maintenance and repair, and also to help service the loans we take out on the HRA to enable us to build more homes. And that's my little, I suppose, segue into question 9, which is talking about what we might do to be able to help other than have a secure income coming in from the rent. And of course, the long-term viability of the HRA, especially when you think about the relatively modest size of ours, really rests on trying to increase the amount of housing stock we have, or particularly new housing stock within the HRA. The more old stock we have, the fewer new stock we have, the bigger the problem becomes. We've got bigger maintenance liabilities, but we're not necessarily keeping up in terms of the rental income. So in the long term, we do need to grow the size of the HRA. And the question gives us an opportunity to talk about how we might do that. And you rightly point out, Harrison, the need for additional government grants. And I think we might have some grounds for optimism here, amongst many other things in the recent budget that weren't quite so welcome. There was something in there about increased funding for Homes England, and that is the main grant giving body, and the principal means by which we can receive money to help us with our affordable housing delivery. So we're going to be looking forward to making use of that source in the future.
I hope so, yeah.
Okay, that's all I've got to say, so I'm very happy to sign off. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That concludes the individual member decision.